INAudio presents Stop Investing Like They Tell You. Discover and overcome the 16 mainstream myths keeping you from true financial freedom by Spicer CFP. Read for you by Tristan Wright. For Jessica, and Gray, Lyle, Cass, and Rosie. Doubt is not a pleasant condition, but certainty is absurd. Voltaire. Introduction. I am not a doomsayer. Although it may sound this way at first, I have no wish to be alarmist. I am merely an advocate for prudent asset stewardship. More than a decade in the investment and financial planning industry has left me concerned for the investments of my family, friends, and fellow humans. I'm talking about the vast majority of investors and billions of dollars in the market. See, I told you I'd come off as an extremist doomsayer, but bear with me, and you'll see I'm not. First, you must know it's not your fault that you and your investment dollars are at risk. It's the poor advice you've received. It's the poor advice everyone receives. The investment paradigms commonly taught in schools and preached over the airwaves, and whose proponents include more than one Nobel laureate. See? Not your fault. It's hard to argue with such a compelling force. Who would be crazy enough to question the dogmas preached by such highly esteemed authorities? Who am I? My name is Stephen Spicer. I have dedicated my career to helping people understand this potentially ruinous reality. And after realizing that merely spotlighting all the flaws wasn't enough, I became obsessed with finding the absolute best solutions. Why am I putting up such a fuss? It can't actually be that bad, can it? It's tempting to think that. I wanted to think that. It would make my life substantially easier. I could follow the cookie-cutter solutions to which most people subscribe, continue to market my services in the same way as other advisors, and do very well for myself and my family. In fact, I was on that path and making good money. Proceeding with that course would have been much less stressful. There was just one problem. At least, it started as one problem. I kept discovering issues with the traditional investment paradigm, potentially devastating flaws in the logic. As I made these discoveries, I adjusted the investments I managed, only to find another flaw. After years of searching for better solutions to each of these problems, I reached a point where I felt my investments could better withstand the unpredictable yet inevitable market.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?